Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansu, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment, when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And it looks like all hell has frozen over, because today we're going to be talking about the Lakers, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Bronny James or LeBron James himself. But before we get into this topic, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel and hit all notifications so you don't miss our content when it comes out. Let's get into this topic here. As you guys know, the Lakers have been dominated by three headlines. LeBron James and what's going on with him, them acquiring Bronny James, which has been like an entire firestorm, like everyone is talking about that. And then to a lesser extent, them deciding to hire head coach JJ Redick. We spent a good amount of the draft talking about them getting Bronny and all of that. But in the midst of all of this, we forgot that the Lakers actually drafted a pretty good player. And that player's name is Dalton Knecht, who's a three-point specialist, but also seems to have the ability to put the ball on the floor and make plays for himself and others. So throughout this preseason, we spent time talking about Bronny and his negative plus minus. And by the way, Bronny actually had a positive game over talk about his plus minus yesterday in a game that they played against, the Phoenix Suns. And it was also a game in which LeBron James himself opted not to play, and JJ Redick came up with a pretty hilarious reason as to why he didn't play in that game yesterday. But going into that game, the Lakers did have some of their other horses available for them, and one of them in specifically was Anthony Davis. Now, what's interesting about Anthony Davis's performance yesterday in the game against Phoenix, albeit it was a preseason game, before the game started, ESPN had actually published its top 100 players list yesterday. And Anthony Davis did not make the top 10. I think they had him somewhere at 11 or something like that. And we actually put up our poll asking our audience, do they agree with ESPN omitting Anthony Davis from the top 10, or rather saying that LeBron is better than Anthony Davis? And a lot of people are like, no, Anthony Davis is the best player on the Lakers. And yesterday he showed that once again with his stat line. In 34 minutes actually, he scored 35 points on 50% shooting from the field, 44% shooting from three. He only made 37% of his free throws, but he did finish the game with 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Anthony Davis was on beast mode time. Beast mode time. So what happened? Every morning when I usually wake up, I get alerts and messages on Instagram from the NBA accounts that I follow. And usually whenever the Lakers play, they're always going to either promote LeBron James or Bronny James. But to my surprise, the person I saw plastered all over the internet this morning was Dalton Knecht, because apparently he had a beast mode game for the Lakers yesterday. But before we even get into his stat line, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, GameTime. With only 4 months left until the end of the year, I look forward to creating special moments with family and friends by attending various theaters, shows, plays, and sporting events. And when it comes time for me to look for tickets, I absolutely love to use GameTime. GameTime is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. GameTime saves me money, time, and peace of mind, so I don't have to sort through thousands of tickets looking for the best prices or worry about whether or not if they're authentic or whether I'm going to receive them on time. GameTime Picks, one of my favorite GameTime tools, analyzes thousands of tickets for all of your favorite events near your location and finds you the best possible deal so you don't have to. For example, I'm looking forward to this upcoming concert at Madison Square Garden of one of my favorite composers, Hans Zimmer. Here I can select the all-in price to see the total ticket price up front, no hidden fees. And now I can sort through the best possible deals I can find. I can choose the cheapest deals, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. And if you're like me and always make plans at the last minute, you can grab tickets up to 90 minutes after the event has started. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let's get into the his stat line. Obviously, if you saw the highlights of the game, you know he put on a performance, helping to tie the game and send it to overtime with a 3-point shot that he hit, which was pretty incredible. And in overtime, he kept the ball rolling quite literally. So in that game, Dalton Connect, let me pull up his his stats here. He finished the game, get this, with a game high tied with Anthony Davis, where he scored 35 points, a rookie. Off the bench, he scored 35 points. On 55% shooting from the field, he shot 61.5% from the three-point line while hitting 8 out of 15 three-point attempts. He shot 87.5% from the free throw line. And by the way, he also chipped in 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and only two turnovers in the game. And he was absolutely sensational. And I think that all of the attention that he received from the media was 100% warranted. Look, this is what I think. I think if the media actually promoted things like this, especially as it pertains to the Lakers, people would take the Lakers more seriously. Because I see nothing wrong with the promotion that they did yesterday. Because they're promoting a player that's a rookie that played exceptionally well for them. They're also promoting him in a W, meaning they were able to win the game, so there's some actual substance to all of the hollering that they normally do. And to me, they're actually focusing on a player that seems to be good, rather than constantly bombarding us with Bronny James posts when he has games where he scores 0 points or 2 points. But speaking of Bronny, I mentioned his stat line. I want to get into his stat line. So yesterday, in 17 minutes for the Lakers, he scored 4 points on 50% shooting, by far his best shooting game of the preseason. He didn't make any threes. I think the coaching staff told him to stop attempting threes because he didn't attempt any threes. He shot 0% from the free throw line, but he was fouled on the shot where KD tried to block his shot, which was pretty funny. And then he finished the game with 2 rebounds, which were 2 offensive rebounds, which showed his activity. For you to get 2 offensive rebounds in that game, he's only 2 off of Jackson Hayes, and everybody else had 2 offensive rebounds, including Anthony Davis, who's their best rebounder. So that was a good sign for him. And he finished the game with 4 points with a plus-minus of 17, which was the highest in the game. But obviously, he attempted the least amount of shots, so he didn't attempt that many shots. He didn't play that many minutes. But overall, he had a positive game. But what I also enjoyed was the fact that they didn't plaster that all over the internet. I've seen some Instagram accounts where Bronny, I think, scored 2 points in the game, and an Instagram account actually wrote, Bronny is a problem. Like, meaning like he's this dude ain't nothing to joke with in a game where he scored 2 points. Like, accounts like that, we can't take you seriously. Like, we cannot take you seriously. But when you have occasions like this where Bronny goes out there, does his job, scores 4 points, but you have the rookie that they picked ahead of him, higher in the draft, he goes out there and has a monster game. I believe these are the players that the Lakers should promote. I believe these are the players that the media should promote, because it shows their seriousness. And I think if the Lakers continue to promote guys like this, then they can start winning some fans back over, because they're showing that they're an organization is based on substance. Them promoting Bronny up and down the arena all over the internet, I don't think anybody takes the Lakers seriously. But look, I think the Lakers may have found something in Dalton Connect. And look, you got to give the Lakers some credit for even drafting him. You got to give Rob Pelinka some credit for going out there and getting a player like this. Of course, new head coach for the Lakers, J.J. Redick, may have been a part of that process. I'm 100% sure. It was a collaborative process for them going out there and getting him. So look, I think the Lakers seem to be moving in the right direction. I like Dalton Connect as a player, and I think he should be the one that should be getting more of the hype and praise, although we understand the reality of the world. His last name is not James, quite literally. So obviously he's not going to get all that praise. But nevertheless, it was good to see a break from all of the craziness that they normally post and actually post something of substance. So these are my thoughts. So the question to the audience is, what do you think about the NBA actually posting something of substance? Number 2, what do you think about the prospects of Dalton Connect for the Lakers this season? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.